Good morning everyone, Oktabyte here, and welcome back to Let's Play Factorio! Between episodes I didn't do a lot, but I noticed that our oil is running low. So that's going to be the first thing we're going to fix this time. First, let's extend to these two tiny little bits of oil, since every little bit counts. And well, I needed to get some electricity there, defended it with a few turrets, since that's basically going to be nice. Once again, this episode is going to be sped up. I don't know how long that's going to be. I think it might be until the end of the system that I'm going to keep that sped up. Write that in the comments below this video. Okay, next up, I went ahead to go and I needed to find a new spot for oil, which is to the right, left. Yeah, it's to the left. It's to the right if you were from perspective of the player watching ups, whatever. Yeah, I'm messing that up from time to time. But you can see we are still running on solid fuel, which is nice. But it's, yeah, the issue is whenever you run out of stuff, it's bad. So I tried a new approach and said, maybe I want a backup system. But then I decided, well, the interlacing doesn't work as I like them to, so I just created a separate, I just connected them directly and went back up again to go ahead and build those machines. They will last quite a while. The nice thing about oil is it's infinite. It takes a while to completely to go to the minimum amount you get, but it's still fine. And you still need to expand all the time to keep up with the demand. But you create more back than you whatever. I think you get what I'm talking about. Yes. So yeah, you're basically always having to expand, but once you have a huge system, it's basically not that important to keep that stuff running. And well, I noticed that I didn't have enough copper to get these things done. We're slowly getting into some issues with the biters, since I think we should already be kept with the evolution maximum due to the time. Since, well, we spend a lot of time, and since I don't reduce pollution in any way at the moment. As I said, it's the polluted wasteland simulator. So, yeah. Okay, next up, I think I was trying to see if I could find any copper, but got distracted by something. Basically, I noticed that I need a few more things. So I went ahead and got some copper and went back up again. Should actually increase the size of my viewing window a little bit. Okay. So I can see a bit better what I'm actually doing. Since, well, post-commentary and stuff. Okay, I grabbed some of these laser turrets and took a look at how the bot supplies me with it. It's very slow. And yeah, I extended the system for the repair drones to go somewhere, because I think a drone or something was missed, or I wanted to extend it towards that the other stuff has auto repairs. And well, I could craft a few more. There's one electric pole I dislike the placement of. I will have to fix it at some point, but that's not something I need to do right now. Yeah, I also ran, I think it's just copper that I ran out. And then some more turrets and a roboport, because we need the repairs. And let's drop in quite a few repair kits. This system is okay, but it's not actually defensive enough for what I'm going to need. Then I connected everything up to the other oil supply, since, well, I want everything to run on the same system. Don't ask me why I got one awkward amount of these underground pipes. I don't know, but it will. So I tried to build that station first, as I did with last time. I messed that up, since the placement of the rails is a bit more determined. Yeah, it determines you can't place them everywhere. Let's just say that. And so I wanted to go back and check on the destruction that has been caused, because some where it didn't actually destroy that much, but if enemies can get through, that's bad. And yeah, the system got stuck again. I added a few more turrets, replaced that one electric pole, which was destroyed. Not that big of a deal. I think maybe the train killed a few of them, those biters, and it would have killed me. Yeah, it didn't actually kill me, but it was close to it. And yeah, that stuff is still running. I checked a few times on different things. Once again, we got some issues here, and I placed a huge amount of laser turrets, more than you would ever need, since, well, from somewhere there were enemies. I think later on we actually catch the enemies on tape, how they sneak through the base to those turrets. And since we unstuck everything, the iron is slowly going up again, and we're still not producing enough oil here. So let's connect up the train, remove the rock that's in the way. This takes so much time if it's not sped up. By the way, that reminds me, I still need to fix the rail reproduction system, and this was a near-death experience, I guess. Well, I almost got killed there, and I was thinking, do I need turrets up there? But in the end I decided no, I don't. Then I added a new station, called it Oil Outpost 2, since that's basically what it is. It's not going to produce an amazing amount of stuff, and then I ran out of steel for the steel chests, so I switched them over to iron chests just to notice, well, actually that's not going to work since I need the pipe wire connection thingy. Then I placed that thing and made a mistake, so I used up the wire. What? Well, one red wire lost isn't that big of an issue, and once again set everything up that we only have 50 empty barrels, especially once we get into a system where it's really awkward. I could have used the chest limiter as well, but it's easier for me to do it like that. And since I already got the logistics system, that doesn't matter. By the way, I think we should be about half time with the Factorio Let's Play. So if you have any recommendations for other Let's Plays you want to see, feel free to write it down in the comments as well. It would be really interesting to see. Well, okay, next up I created a few more barrels, since I extended the system, so I need more barrels. Simply, I'm asking right now for the Let's Play suggestions. I know that I want to have the modded Factorio next as well, but I'm also considering going with a medium amount of Factorio, so I can have a few different other things as well. But whatever. Okay, now then, let's continue this with the gameplay itself. And once again, this stuff got stuck, and I was thinking, how can I fix this? Later, yeah, and I decided maybe I can just remove these two controls, but I don't do it yet. I think I do it later on. I love how these signals are switching from red to yellow to green, and no, from green to yellow to red and to green again. That's so nice to see. And I'm taking the train up there, since that's a lot faster. I did check a few things, just to remember that I need to drop down the blue potions, and first I use a smart inserter because I got one left, which was a bad idea, so I grabbed a few more materials, and then the research should automatically get finished. As I said, I managed to do this manually, since I wanted to have the advanced oil processing for a few situations. And yeah, that's basically what I was doing there. And then I crafted even more of these barrels, since, well, they ran out, so I decided, why not create 50 more? If we have 1 or 2 more than we need, that's not that important. I also checked some about the trains, if it actually completely drains all the barrels out within the 30 seconds, but it does, since I am using half the train for that. So you need about 30 seconds for each row of those things to get inserted by or withdrawn within 30 seconds by one inserter. Yeah. Yeah, they are called inserters. They are not called extractors, even though you can use them for that as well. So, and I did check a bit about the oil levels and checked, yeah, this is the checking if everything gets unloaded. Actually, we got quite a bit of time left after everything got unloaded. So maybe it's even faster than that. You might even get 2 rows emptied. But since we don't actually need that, I could probably drop the time that it's staying at a different place. Then I decided to switch to the advanced processing. I wasn't sure if it actually increases anything, but I think it gives 1 more resource point in total. So I think I might switch the whole system to it, since in worst case scenarios I can convert petroleum gas into solid fuel as well. And then I decided, well, let's remove this junk and make it so that we don't produce any of these unnecessary blocks anymore, solid fuels. I don't need them at all. At the moment I just need the other one, and then I need the, how is it called again, that green stuff you can see. Well, I decided to still produce that here for now. Later on, as I said, this whole system will get removed, but for now it's just there and to keep running. I think I forgot to mention that at some point I limited the electric engine production, simply because I don't need 10,000 of these things. If I have 50, it's more than enough. And I got a lot more than that already, so yeah, it would just be a waste. And then I tried to work around how to make the system automatically convert everything into petroleum gas. I think I made a mistake with the priorities or something. I'm not quite sure about that. And then I tried to remove the chest, but it didn't work because, well, there isn't enough space for that. And then I tried to figure out a way where I can place different things. Then I decided, well, I don't actually need that that storage tank anymore, since, well, we don't produce enough oil either way, so why would I go through a tank? That's completely pointless. And yeah, and that gave me the space I needed for the water I needed. And then I grabbed some more iron instead of walking through the pipe system, which I could have done as well. And yeah, it was a bit working around the mechanic of pipes connecting to each other regardless of what fluids are in there and stuff like that. So yeah, at some point I might want to have something like a directed pipe system for the next season. That's probably going to be something I have to look into, because that's quite interesting. I was looking if I actually needed plastic for anything, but I decided, well, actually I don't want to produce anything with plastic anymore, because the only thing I did produce were advanced circuits, and we set a whole system up for them, which I still have to increase in size, since the production is really slow. We still got quite a lot of them, but for that time it's running, it's not that good. Especially we're producing more electronic circuits than we can use. A lot more of them than we can use. I think that we got something like 5.6K or 5.4K stored inside the train, and then another I don't know, 9,000 or something inside the train. Then I did check about to the coal mines if there were any issues yet, but at the moment there weren't. So I decided, well, that seems to be fine, so I don't need to do anything. And I nearly missed the train, so I jumped into a cargo wagon instead, replaced that one laser turret, and then checked once again for the copper system. It's now running low on the top row, but since we're unloading from both cargo wagons into each of the streams, that doesn't matter at the moment. It was close running to that thing again. Then I noticed, oh, we are actually out of coal in this system. So these trains, I still haven't figured out a way of really supplying them with power, which is something I would hope that at some point I can create electric trains or something. But it's a management aspect. The same like like the power system. So the reason I don't use solar is because you always have to remember you don't want to run out of solid fuel or your fuel source at all, since if you do, your whole defenses break down. Everything you build up is at risk as long as you don't manage to do that, which also puts a pressure on you to keep looking at your system and checking if you're still producing enough stuff, and having a backup system like the coal, for example. If I run out of oil and I need a few more minutes, that coal depot is going to last quite a long time. It will drain quickly if I'm going to switch to coal, but as it stands at the moment, that's not that big of an issue, since, well, yeah, it isn't. So I filled all trains up with stuff, hopped into the train prior to loading it because it would start the second I did that. And now these chests that got almost completely emptied, I think they have less than the first chest does have less than 200 units of iron ore inside it, which is quite a few. It's quite few. So yeah. Okay, next up I hopped onto the train to check if everything was correct. I think I actually plopped down, was going to plop down a chest for the annoying yellow thing that's there. Basically, I'm going to change it so that it, that I have a basic supply in case I miss something. And then I plop down a few more of these tanks. Basically, if a laser turret gets destroyed because your system is too slow, I decided, well, let's just throw them in there and then add a few more to prevent that in the future. In theory, that should be enough. And then I added some more storage tanks so that, that stuff is going to go into the low levels of stuff first, and to have a bit more of a buffer, which I used completely in this system, or almost completely. I think I should have something like 1,200 units of oil left. That takes a while for it to drain, but once you start actually draining that stuff, it's going to be an issue. And if you have a bit more buffer, the more buffer you have, the less time you need to check on that stuff. And that's the same with the why I added the coal supply to that system. And now I decided, well, maybe if I try to remove those, it shouldn't create any of these stuck issues anymore. I haven't seen any new issues afterwards, but we are almost, we are 17 minutes in, 18 minutes almost. So, well, yeah, I couldn't actually tell that anymore. And then I went ahead and checked on where I can actually remove trees, since I need more space. Well, I love having free space all everywhere, even though it increases the pollution, but whatever. I said, I don't care that much. And then, those drones are going to remove that stuff. I added 10 more, since every little bit helps. And if I add, if there are 500 jobs queued, that's a lot better. And once again, we are running into a place where the defenses weren't enough, simply because, well, enemies are evolving or getting stronger. No, not really stronger, but there are more strong enemies. And by the way, you can cancel them by pressing shift and marking them. That's why that stuff got blue. And then I did check a few more things. I think I did grab 2 or 3 more of those robopods to extend that stuff. It will probably switch the other 2 factories to the improved recipe as well, since I think it's it actually improves it by 1 or something. Well, let's remove them first for that to fit. Once again, I need some energy stuff. Connect everything up. Remove some of the turrets to move them. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but whatever. So, and then I added more forests to get cleared out. I'm still not sure what I'm actually going to put there, but it's a lot of fun to just see the robots remove every of these things every little bit. And it's nice to see if you're actually deconstructing one of your own things. You can see it on the on your cursor, which makes it a lot easier to actually see if you're marking anything you don't want to. And then I added some lights, and then we are basically at the end of the episode. I think I placed down 1 more of these ports, connected it to energy, and marked a few more things. Actually, 2 more. Interesting. Yeah, actually created 2 more. And then just some lights around that. And we're at the end of the episode. Some fiddling around with the energy system, some checking if we're actually producing enough energy. And that's basically it for this episode. See ya next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya and bye-bye.